Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Friends, in this episode, we will talk about the Kisan Rail flagged off for Northeast farmers. We will also take you to Mizoram, where a student body set up a hilltop hut to help students write an online exam. Northeast is the hot spot of horticulture and horticultural products like fruits and cash crops. But so far, these abundantly available products could not reach the markets out of the region due to highly expensive transport costs. Time has now come for a change with the first Kisan Rail train from the northeastern region that has started its journey very recently. It has evoked a huge enthusiasm among the farmers and common people of the region. More from a correspondent from Agartala.
Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev flagged off the first ever Kisan Rail train from Agartala rail station last Friday. The train carried consignments of fruits produced by the farmers of Tripura. Officials said that the consignments had about 9,000 kg of pineapple for Delhi and more than 1,000 kg of pineapple and jackfruits for Guwahati. On the occasion, Chief Minister Mr. Dev said that with the start of Kisan Rail, transport costs for agricultural products will now come down to a great extent. Earlier, the transportation cost for sending these products by air was Rs 20 to 50 per kg. Now it will come down to Rs 2.25 per kg for Delhi and 88 paise for Guwahati. The Chief Minister said this move will bring economic stability to the farmers of Tripura and strengthen the economy of state.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को और केंद्रीय रेल मंत्री को मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं जो ऐतिहासिक कदम के लिए कभी भी त्रिपुरा के लोगों ने किसी भी किसान ने कभी कल्पना भी नहीं की थी जो यहां से ट्रेन जाएगी और पर किलो में 2 रुपये 25 पैसा खर्चा करके दिल्ली में पहुंचा देगा, 2 रुपये 77 पैसा खर्चा करके कलकत्ता में पहुंचा देगा, ओनली 88 पैसे में वो गुवाहाटी तक पहुंचा देगा। ये किसी ने कभी सोचा नहीं था और 20 बोगी वाला ये ट्रेन कलकत्ता, दिल्ली, गुवाहाटी में पहुंचेगी। और आज मुझे बहुत खुशी है त्रिपुरा का जो स्टेट फ्रूट्स है, जो क्वीन पाइनएप्पल है, वो क्वीन पाइनएप्पल और साथ साथ जैकफ्रूट्स बहुत दिन से मेरा आशा था जो यूके के मार्केट में जाए। तो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मन की बात के माध्यम से पूरे देशवासी की दुनिया के सामने उस विषय को रखा है। मेरा पूरा विश्वास है त्रिपुरा को, किसान को इससे बहुत बड़ी रिलीफ मिलेगी, उनको ताकत मिलेगा। तो अभी कोविड के स्थिति के कारण से बहुत सारी राज्य में लॉकडाउन है, कोरोना कर्फ्यू है, उस कारण से बाजार बंद है। नहीं तो आज बड़े मात्रा में और भी सामान त्रिपुरा से जा सकती थी। हमारे क्वीन पाइनएप्पल हो, हमारे नींबू हो, हमारे जैकफ्रूट्स हो, हमारे धान हो, हमारे काजू बादाम हो, आजकल जो ड्रैगन फ्रूट हो रहा है, बहुत महंगी फ्रूट्स है, ये सब कुछ यहाँ से जा सकती है और आगामी दिन जाएगी। इससे त्रिपुरा को, किसानों को लाभ मिलेगी, त्रिपुरा को बल मिलेगी आर्थिक रूप से।
Not only pineapple and jackfruit, the state agriculture and horticulture departments are finding hope with paddy, lemon, cashew nut, dragon fruit and Kashmiri apple, which are also produced in the state. Pointing to his government's policy of doubling the farmers' income, Mr. Dev said the special focus will be given to the export of such produce. This is notable to say that Indian Railways began running Kisan Rail in the country in August in 2020 to transport perishable goods and agri-products including milk, meat and fish, providing a wider market to farmers and enabling them to increase their income. For Northeast Diary, this is Rina Nomaitem from Agartala.
During the ongoing tough times of the coronavirus pandemic, innumerable people are suffering from the disease and huge number of people are distressed financially and in many other aspects of living. Amidst all this, a cross-section of people have been coming forward with assistance to help the sufferers and people in need of help. In Mizoram, social work and charity are deep-rooted in the social culture where people are always ready to help their fellow beings. Now let's hear a report how a voluntary group extended unparalleled help to the college students, facilitating them to write the exams. More from a correspondent from Aizawl.
Recently, the Mara Students Organization belonging to the Mara tribal community has come up in a different way to help some college students. The students were appearing in the semester examination in online mode, but as the internet signal was bogged down in the remote area, they found a hilltop where the internet signal is stable, but it was a forest and hardly a fitting place for an exam. In this situation, the Mara Students Organization came forward to help. The organization set up a makeshift hut and also sitting arrangements for the students by using timber, bamboo and plantain leaves at the very hilltop where internet is available. Finally, those college students, while after walking down 5 kilometers from their village, Moray, reached the very hilltop and wrote their online exams on their smartphones. MSO's General Secretary Mr. Judson said they were helping the students as much as possible, and they have also taken up the issue with the internet providers and concerned authority for stable internet connectivity.
The Mara Students Organization, we already take up various steps to ensure the smooth functioning of this online examination. But although we have taken many steps and measures, the internet connection is still so poor in our district, Siha. So some of the students in village, they have to approach, they have to climb some hill, like they have to locate the place where the internet signal of 4G is available. They put their exam from that place only. Due to this extension of National Highway 54 road, there is a continuous fiber shutdown because these days 4G, they are dependent on fiber only. Then the students, they cannot submit their answer papers on time. Since it is during this online examination, we already write a letter to the Information and Communication Technology Minister, Mr. Robert Tomoya. I think we have to talk to our Deputy Commissioner, Mr. R. Kesavan IAS also, to at least improve this internet service only during this online examination time also, if possible.
Many other organizations, NGOs, Principals Council, local and village level task force, local bodies, churches and individuals have also extended their support. They offered internet connections, stationery papers and other gazettes to help those students appearing in the online exam. For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
In Arunachal Pradesh, there have been innumerable instances where people are taking various new initiatives to fight against COVID-19. East Siang District Administration has also come up with a unique idea of setting up COVID Care Bank in the district to help COVID patients. A report.
The second wave of COVID-19 has made a major impact in rural India, and East Siang District in Arunachal Pradesh also witnessed unprecedented rise of COVID-19 cases. Fortunately, majority of the cases being detected are either asymptomatic or mild patients who can be treated in home isolation. But one of the major challenges the district administrations had to face was people in the rural areas don't even have their own thermometers to check body temperature. In order to solve the problems of medical equipment to monitor COVID-19 patients under home isolation, the East Siang District Administration has set up COVID Care Bank at every circle in the district. This COVID Care Bank are stocked up with medical essentials and allow people to borrow and use these resources for the durations of their home isolation. The equipments like thermometer, oximeter, etc. can be taken free of cost and returned once the patient tests negative. Individuals, companies and organizations are also coming forward and donating equipment as well for the COVID Care Bank. The initiative has been very helpful to the Danijans and is also assisting the administration in curbing COVID-19 cases in the district. Arunachal Pradesh till Wednesday afternoon had 2,849 active cases and 155 casualties. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Dole, Air News, Itanagar.
In Assam, a school kitchen garden is playing a huge role during the pandemic. Let us go over to our Dibrugarh correspondent to learn about this unique initiative.
Nutrition support to children through school nutrition program under MDMS Midday Meal Scheme, Lakhimpur district is playing a vital role during COVID-19 pandemic. It is taking care of nutrition, mental and physical health of not only the child but also adult too. Madhav Das, the headmaster of Madhav Dev Lower Primary School in Laluk under Bhihupuria Educational Block in Lakhimpur district, is growing vegetables in the backyard of the building which are now ready to picking and cooking. His efforts are now playing a key role in providing the much needed nutritional care of his students along with taking care of their mental health during COVID-19 pandemic. By this project, the headmaster is creating an atmosphere of sustainable development in school premises and to provide nutritional care for the students in the midday meal scheme has been developing the kitchen garden in the school from the beginning of the summer session. He said that he got the idea during his training course in Diet Lakhimpur, and after joining the school, he started this kitchen garden with help of school management committee, mothers unit and local villagers. Presently, his school kitchen garden consists of various beans, cucumber, lady's finger, pumpkins, brinjals, corn, chilies and various ferns and herbs, all grown originally, which provide important nutritional intakes in the MDMS. The fresh vegetables grown in the school are included in the midday meal scheme rations distributed among the students during current COVID-19 restrictions. This provides food support to the COVID-19 hit families of the students of the school. Madhavdev LP School is one among the 49,994 schools in Assam with school nutritional garden under MDMS. Several other schools in Lakhimpur district have been successfully implementing the school nutritional garden under MDMS since its inception in 2019. Besides growing vegetables on the courtyard ground of the schools, many SNG MDMS school nutritional garden midday meal scheme are also growing same on white thermocol fish boxes and pots within the buildings and verandas. Launched in 2019, the SNG in MDMS has the objective of addressing malnutrition and micronutrient deficiencies among school-going children in the country by consuming freshly grown vegetables. Besides providing the children the first-hand experience with nature and gardening, the SNG in MDMS aims to supplement the skill of the students with an early idea of livelihood opportunities and self-support. Pranat Kumar Nath, Dibrugarh for Northeast Diary.
Enabling easy access to credible COVID-related details and further enhancing the management of COVID-19 in the state, the Nagaland government has launched the COVID-19 information application for people of the state. The application was officially launched by the Chief Minister, Neiphiu Rio, on June the 10th. Our Kohima correspondent brings us the details.
Developed by Department of Information Technology and Communication, the application offers consolidated COVID-19 information including the status of hospital beds and oxygen availability as well as contact information at all levels to enable citizens to quickly get help. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio, while launching the COVID-19 information application at Kohima, said this user-friendly app will greatly help the citizens of the state with easy access to information.
This mobile app is very important and is very useful. So wherever they are, they can always log in to see what is happening, what is the status, and if need, they can get all the information.
The public can also avail the important contact numbers of the officials at all levels of COVID-19 management through the application. Besides, a new feature called self-test has also been added to the app where one can determine whether they need to seek medical help by answering a number of preloaded queries regarding their symptoms. The Nagaland COVID-19 information app can be downloaded from Google Play Store for Android users and the Apple Store for iOS. For Northeast Diary, this is Asanyo from Kohima.
As COVID-19 vaccination began in different parts of the country, each and every state is putting in their efforts to vaccinate their citizens at the earliest to prevent the consequences of lagging behind. Despite misinformation plaguing the social media and distrust with the vaccine, more and more people are coming forward to get the jab, picking up the momentum. More from a Shillong correspondent.
Despite being a country with a huge population, India is moving forward towards vaccinating its citizens from the dreaded coronavirus, one step at a time. In Meghalaya, the vaccination process has picked up momentum in the last few weeks, with the number of vaccinated people reaching over 5 lakh for all age groups, including the frontline workers. Of all the 11 districts in Meghalaya, Riboi district stands out from the rest, as the residents are not only getting themselves vaccinated, but also encouraging others to do the same. The district administration along with village chiefs and Dorbar Snongs are working together hand in hand to get their citizens vaccinated at the earliest. Long queues are a common sight across the district as locals are eager to get the jab. The Dorbar Snong of Maudiangum village in Nongpo has been encouraging its residents to get themselves vaccinated, in which a sizable population thronged the village Durbar to get the vaccination. A number of vaccination programs are being held across the district with added interpretation program to clarify on the importance of the Covishield vaccine and the side effects associated with it. Local youth after getting vaccinated expressed their happiness that they are self-protected from the COVID-19 and on the other hand encouraged others to come forward for vaccination. Sudhakar Gaur, a resident, shared his views on the vaccination.
वैक्सीनेशन लेना तो अभी जरूरी है। अब केसेस तो देख ही रहे हैं कि इंडिया में कितने इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं और वैक्सीनेशन से अभी कंट्रोल में सब चल रहा है एंड आगे भी इंकरेज करेंगे कि अपने जितने भी यूथ है, जितने भी सीनियर सिटीजन है, सबको वैक्सीनेशन लेने का फर्स्ट डोज एंड सेकेंड डोज, इससे अपने आप को भी प्रोटेक्टेड रखें और दूसरों को।
This is Rusam for Northeast Diary from Shillong.
Entrepreneurship is becoming a popular career option among Sikkimese youth. Some of these businesses are also centered around local, homegrown products in line with Atmanirbhar Bharat vision, besides involving social welfare. Let's hear more about this from a Sikkim correspondent.
18-year-old Prajal Regmi, who is pursuing a diploma in computer science from the Center for Computers and Communication Technology in Sisupani, South Sikkim, is the founder of Nepanglis and Ripra Clothing. Prajal started his entrepreneurial journey in the second year of college with Nepanglis, which is an open mic event providing a unique platform for young artists to showcase their talent. Ripra Clothing, which is a Himalayan clothing brand, was incubated with Atal Incubation Center, Sikkim Manipur University Technology Business Incubation Foundation of DPIU, situated at Sikkim Manipur Institute of Technology, Majitar, East Sikkim. Ripra Clothing's foundation is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's idea of Made in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat dedicated to the Northeast. Prajal, who is associated with more than 20 organizations, including those involved in social welfare, along with his studies and entrepreneurship, shares his journey, achievements, and inspirations.
And one who says that charity begins at home. Like that only my childhood life has always helped me to shape my life, because I used to work in NGOs from my childhood only. And on 2nd May 2020, I have been featured as an youngest entrepreneur in Northeast India by Budding Beats India magazine. And while talking about my entrepreneurship journey, it was started back to the second year of my college, where I started Nepanglis Open Mic. This is an open mic event that provides a unique platform to young generation. Like, we targeted especially a young generation to showcase their hidden talents, thereby empowering them. Like, this event also helps youth to be more productive and positively occupied in work, so which would help them to become a good human resources. And the tagline of Nepanglis is the journey from hidden diary to an open mic. That means we are coming with a clear idea of youth importance in our society and creating a bridge between that local artists to the whole world actually. And after that, I was in the race of entrepreneurship, and as I started doing social entrepreneurship with this Nepanglis Open Mic and doing a bit research in the market of Northeast, so I launched a brand, that is clothing brand from Northeast India, and loving with the motto of Made in India and Made for Indians with Atmanirbhar Bharat. And the name of the clothing brand is Ripra Clothing Private Limited. And Ripra means making a mountain from small stones. So Ripra is Himalayan clothing brand from Northeast India or Sikkim. So it is registered under private limited company, and it is incubated with AIC SMUTB Niti Ayog, which is associated with Government of India. As I started my entrepreneurship journey since 16 years old, so what motivates me to start in that early age is like I was already involved with so many organizations, like different kind of organizations which were like uplifting artists, some were like conserving our environment resources, some are like educating, and there are lots of social organization like I have been involved in. And my future plans are like going with the flow of this entrepreneurship only. I want to be a job giver, neither being a job taker.
Praj's source of inspiration is his father, who has motivated him to contribute to the society. Going forward, he wants to continue as an entrepreneur as he believes in being a job giver, not a job taker. Recently, he was felicitated by the Sahakar Bharati Adivation of Sikkim State Cooperative Union for his achievements as a young leader and young entrepreneur. With Sekat Sarkar, this is Parijit Sharma for Northeast Diary from EIR News.
Today we bring you an interview with K. Devadatta Sharma, Project Director of Manipur Organic Mission Agency Initiative for the Welfare of Farmers and Common People during lockdown in Manipur.
As we all know that the second wave of COVID pandemic is hitting hard to our lives, especially the farming community who are regarded as a backbone of our society. In today's Northeast Diary, we are interacting with K. Devadatta Sharma, Project Director of Manipur Organic Mission Agency, MOMA, on how the agency is facilitating the farmers and common people during the COVID pandemic. So, welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you.
First of all, sir, what are the initiatives that is being taken up by the MOMA, Manipur Organic Mission Agency, in the state during the pandemic for the welfare of farmers as well as the common people?
Since the second wave has hit again, immediately Honorable Chief Minister has again initiated the program on market intervention scheme, which mainly aim at relieving the farmers who are in distressed situation because of the COVID pandemic. During the lockdown and total curfew, the normal market and the market complex in every district has been closed down. This is the main problem that the farmers are facing. On the other hand, particularly in the thickly populated area of Imphal city, here the persons who were all depending on the everyday market for vegetables, for fruits, for any food item has abruptly come to a halt because of total closing of this market complex. And the problems of the consumers, these consumers has to be addressed, and the government has to intervene into these also. So taking these two things as most important, Manipur Organic Mission Agency has mobilized the farmers producer companies under Manipur Organic Mission Agency. In fact, we have presently 15 numbers of farmers producer companies in different districts of Manipur who has well set up infrastructure in proper placement. We utilize their service to connect with the farmers group and to identify the real difficult areas where the distress sales are happening, and we also identify the quantity, the type of farmers product which are unable to reach the destination or market in future on. So after identification, what we do, we procure these things at a price that has been fixed by the government to prevent them from total loss. These rates have been fixed time to time by the government in an understanding that the farmers should be prevented or should be avoided from total loss. And these quantities of product which we have collected, procured from the farmers' field or farming community, has been stored in cold storages which are set up under the government schemes. We have made use of one mobile app, MOMA Market. This MOMA Market has been launched recently by our Honorable Chief Minister, and this is in use which can be downloaded by any user from their Google Play in Android phone. Through this, any order which are available with us, which have been procured from the farmers, are being shown there. The list of the product prices are being shown there. And after the placing order by the consumer or by the customer from the main city areas of the state, this has been packed properly, then home delivery has been ensured. And apart from that, we have also associated about 15 numbers of local clubs. We just call them, then associate with them. We allow them to put order on the basis of the community requirement. Okay. A local club has got certain jurisdiction area. Those customers or consumers in their area, they put up the order to the respective local club. The local club write us through WhatsApp group. We have WhatsApp group for that. So as soon as the order is placed, we work on that and we ensure that on the next day, those items are properly delivered to them.
Is there any scheme to compensate their loss?
Now, the government of Manipur has many schemes. As I have already mentioned that one market intervention is already existing there. And we are implementing this market intervention scheme very successfully. Second is that one comprehensive plan is there for potato production. Whoever does the potato production program or does the potato production in their respective field, 30% of the cost on seeds of potato will be compensated and transferred through the farmer's bank account through direct benefit transfer. So these are the two schemes now particularly being implemented in order to relieve the farmers who are in loss.
We just would like to know that what are the crops that are economically feasible for the state of Manipur?
Yes, we can see in two aspects. One is for export outside the state, to do business with other buyers, to do trade with other countries or other states, to develop the economy. This is one thing.
Okay.
On the other hand, the very deficient items, the shortage that the state has, based on these two things, I would first suggest particularly export-oriented items.
Yes.
Ginger is very suitable in our state and it has been doing very well. So ginger could be one of the major crops that could be produced by the farmers, particularly in hill districts. Turmeric, Lakadong and Meghalaya, these are the two varieties which are very rich in curcumin. We have been doing it. MoMA has been promoting for the last about 2 to 3 years. We have already started exporting ginger and turmeric from the state. We have one unique product like king chili or Naga chili, we call it, which is in a very high demand. So we can simply go on promoting this. We have been promoting this also. On the agriculture side, we have been promoting with Chakhao, that is black aromatic rice, where the common rice is not only black in color, but also it has got a special aroma. It has a unique taste. So we have already explored scientifically that it has a very good percentage of anthocyanin, which is anti-aging and which is termed as anti-aging. Because of this, there is the growing demand is there. So Chakhao or black aromatic rice is being promoted and it could continue. And on the other hand, on the fruit items, we have been promoting particularly with GI tag Kasai lemon. Another one is Tamanglong orange, the mandarin, the unique mandarin that we have with unique taste. And also Manipur Queen and Q pineapple, which are being produced from Churachandpur district and from Imphal East and Kangpokpi, then Thawal, and from all these areas which are being produced has got a special taste in comparison to any pineapple in India. As such, we have been successfully exporting this pineapple. Till now, in the last 2 to 3 years, we have been able to export around 800 to 900 metric ton of pineapple simply by airlifting from the airport. Though we have a very, very tough situation with the transport or challenges with the transport system. So we have been doing this even by flight also. On the other hand, for the common thing, which we could cultivate with a better profit and better price realization in the state. On the other hand, the shortfall in the state itself has to be seen. It cannot be ignored. Only when the shortfall is identified properly and suitable crops are being grown, only then good things in marketing, even with the domestic market. And the farmers will able to realize better price on it with proper demand. So, just considering all these points, as such, Rajma is one that could be, there is short duration, easy to maintain, and different pulses are there, which could be cultivated within 2 to 3 months or 3 to 4 months. This could be one of our income generating crops that could be brought up in addition to this. Apart from that, kiwi and passion fruit. Now we have again initiated in promotion of these crops in a large scale.
Okay, thank you, sir, for giving your valuable time to us and sharing the important information regarding the work being taken up by MoMA in this pandemic.
Thank you.
Simple steps to stay safe and protected from COVID-19. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki doori for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene, and get vaccinated. And now, here are some interesting facts about Northeast. The literal meaning of Manipur is jeweled lands. Ukhrul district of Manipur is known for its black stone pottery. With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye.